Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolfe Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today marks exactly 2 months since I've done a video on the highest quality processed foods you can find in my own personal adult playground, the Dollar Tree. And that's entirely too long for you, the people, because you, the people, always let me know what you want. And the demand for the Dollar Tree foods and other highly processed foods is quite high. So you, the people, get what you ask for. Because I love you, the people. I picked up this 6-ounce bag of Circle A Ranch's fully cooked spicy chicken strips and this 6-ounce bag of Circle A Ranch's fully cooked popcorn chicken. Both bags only cost $1 each. And if you're unfamiliar with the Dollar Tree, everything at the Dollar Tree only costs $1 or less. Let's go over the spicy chicken strips first. I did a little bit of research before poisoning my body, and I found both of these Circle A Ranch products are made by the king of highly processed foods, Advanced Pierre Foods. It's bad enough that they sell these highly processed foods to the general public, but what's even worse is they're one of the food service providers for school systems. So we might be feeding our kids healthy and nutritious foods at home, but then they go to school and eat this garbage. But according to Advanced Pierre Foods, they provide products that promote healthier eating while delivering the taste kids love. On the Advanced Pierre Foods website, they describe their chicken strips as chicken breast patties shaped into a tender strip with spicy breading and fully cooked. I just wish these companies would adopt and start using my original and much more appropriate term. Something like spicy, fully cooked, foreign meat slurry concocted patty fritter strips. They also have a technical label name for them. Fully cooked spicy chicken strips, spicy breaded strip shaped chicken breast patties with rib meat. Well, that's a mouthful. Just think, if they use real whole muscle chicken, they could just call them chicken tenderloins or chicken strips. That seems a whole lot simpler and healthier to me. Here's the ingredient list, and the only thing that's surprising is the breading has more ingredients than the foreign meat slurry concocted patty fritter strip things. Normally that's the way it's supposed to be, but with processed foods, you never know. There's 2 servings per bag. Each serving has 180 calories, 12 grams of total fat, 2 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 410 milligrams of sodium, 15 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugars, and 11 grams of protein. You can heat these up in the microwave or the oven. But since it's easier for me to use, and it makes a handful of people angry, I'm using my air fryer with a huge smile on my face for the air fryer haters. So into the air fryer basket they went, and unfortunately they had a good bit of ice on them, which I hope didn't cause freezer burn. The directions say to cook at 425 degrees for 11 to 13 minutes, but the air fryer only goes up to 400 degrees, so I put them in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 10 minutes to start. While the formed chicken meat slurry concocted fritter patty strips are cooking, let's check out the popcorn chicken, which Advanced Pierre Foods describes as their signature better chicken nugget, made with all white meat chicken breast and with 50% less fat than the leading national brand. And their technical name for popcorn chicken is fully cooked chicken breast nuggets, breaded nugget shaped chicken breast patties with rib meat. I'm so confused at this point. I've seen patty, I've seen nugget, I've seen fritter, I've seen strip. Even the manufacturer doesn't know what the hell to call them. Here's the ingredients, and I expected the chicken ingredients to be exactly the same as they were in the foreign meat slurry concocted fritter patty strips. But there's more ingredients in the popcorn chicken. But I think I know what it is. They put extra ingredients in it to make it taste like popcorn. There's 2 servings per bag. Each serving has 220 calories, 13 grams of total fat, 3 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 25 milligrams of cholesterol, 570 milligrams of sodium, 14 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of fiber, 1 gram of sugars, and 10 grams of protein. Again, you can use your oven or your microwave, but I gotta continue to dig under the skin of the haters, and I'm using my air fryer. But first we gotta get the spicy chicken strips out, which ended up taking 12 minutes at 400 degrees. And then we popped the popcorn chicken in.
Why, you numbskull.
And let it go at 400 degrees for 10 minutes or so. And when you're at a restaurant, this is how you can tell you have a foreign meat slurry concocted chicken fritter patty strip. they're all exactly the same shape and size. They just look like they were made in a factory. They're all exactly the same size, like the meat was ground up, formed, stamped out, and fried and packaged on a conveyor belt in a factory. Nothing makes me happier than to get chicken strips in a restaurant that are all various sizes, and they usually end up being whole muscle chicken. After 12 minutes at 400 degrees, our popcorn chicken is ready, and they look like the typical popcorn chicken, but they smelled ridiculously delicious, unlike the strips. But I was really upset they called them popcorn chicken and none of them popped. No! So Mrs. Wolfe and I plated these up together with a ramekin of my go-to ranch, as she doesn't like ranch. Freaking alien, who doesn't like ranch? We tried one of the spicy chicken strips first, and to me, they looked dry. What do you guys think? After I took the first bite, they were indeed dry. Normally when a frozen food is spicy, I automatically assume it's going to have sauce on it. So with these being dry and not sauced, I forgot they were spicy and it caught me off guard. But that was actually a good thing. They had a really good spiciness to them, which was enjoyable, but they weren't hot. Then I tried it with a dip of ranch, because like I always say, ranch will make a flip-flop taste good. If you don't believe me, give it a try and let me know what you think. And the ranch did help a little bit, and it gave it the moisture it really needed. Then Mrs. Wolfe tried one, and as you guys know, she doesn't like spicy foods at all. So I was surprised she tried it, but then I wasn't surprised she didn't like it. I'm sorry there's no audio of me and Mrs. Wolfe conversing in this video. I was trying a new microphone on my camera, and it didn't work obviously. But stay tuned. We're going to try to make a few live videos, and if that doesn't work, we're still definitely going to throw in some conversations between me and her, which once we get going back and forth with each other, I think you guys will like it. So then after Mrs. Wolfe tried it by itself, she tried it in the ranch. And I was like, you don't like ranch? And she looked me right in the eyes and said, I'm doing it for the people so they don't have to. So at this point, I was thinking, who is this mysterious wild woman trying new things? She doesn't try new things. So I got all giddy and tried something new later that night, and that was obviously a bad idea. She made it clear she was only trying new things for you, the people, so you didn't have to. Next, we tried the popcorn chicken, and again, they're stamped out, formed meat slurry concocted patty fritter thingamajigs. Mrs. Wolfe tried one first, and to me, they looked just as dry as the strips did. But when Mrs. Wolfe took a bite, I could tell by the look on her face that she liked it more. But then she had to rub it in and dip it in ranch again. But I learned my lesson. I wasn't going to get excited this time. But I was getting a little bit jealous that the chicken and ranch were getting all the attention. So now it was my turn to try the popcorn chicken. The texture and moisture of the popcorn chicken was much better than the chicken strips. And they had a good flavor to them, just not the spicy flavor. But the big problem I had was they didn't taste like pop or even look like popcorn. So why do they call it popcorn chicken? That's false advertising. So here's my final thoughts on Circle A Ranch's meat slurry concocted formed patty fritter strips. I really like the spiciness of them, but they had that normal spongy dry meat that just isn't very good. But they weren't horrible and they were edible, which is why I'm going to give them a 3 out of 10. Even though the popcorn chicken didn't pop or taste anything like popcorn, they had much better moisture, texture, and flavor. If this popcorn chicken had the spiciness of the strips, they would be great. Which is why I'm going to give the popcorn chicken a 6 out of 10. If you'd like to help support the Wolfe Pit, consider being a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month. That's only $12 for the whole year. Or you can pledge more. That's up to you. Either way, every little bit's appreciated and helps me produce more high quality videos more often for you, the people. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you soon.